From politics to academia and now business, the president of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Metropolitan St. Louis came to make an impact and to take the organization to the next level. Don't go anywhere. We chat with Edùardo Platon about the new direction Eduardo plans to take the 40-year-old business when we come back with more En Breve. Welcome back to En Breve, and today we have a conversation with the president and CEO of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Metropolitan St. Louis, Edùardo Platon. Eduardo, bienvenido. Should I say, you don't say obrigado in Brazilian, but welcome.
Gracias por todo. I'm very happy to be here.
Yes, and first of all, I want to know about the journey from politics to academia to now business. How was that transition and why?
Well, I've been in St. Louis now for about 6 months, and has been an incredible opportunity to get to know more about the city, the board. I have an incredible board. I have incredible staff, and I consider myself going through learning mode right now. But yes, I spent 10 years in politics, and that was an incredible experience. I like to say that I got a PhD in human relations, because when you spend 10 years plus in politics, you get to know a little bit about human nature, how we work, how we do business, how we talk, how we communicate. And I helped to found a political party in Brazil, in South America. I helped to elect a governor, a couple of Congress people, and also to run some national political organizations. And that for me, it's my passionate side of seeing change. But as you know, politics became something else nowadays. And I think we can be more helpful truly working with the community and work with a small business. That's the way I see it now.
But in between that, you did academia right here in St. Louis, and that's your connection with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce as well, too.
Yes, I had a chance to collaborate with WashU for a little while. I was in charge of the Social Innovation Lab at the Brown School. I got my master's degree. I have an MBA in finance and political international business, and then I got a master's in political philosophy at Tulane University. I'm connected with Missouri State University. I helped to shoot one of the most comprehensive, incredible documentaries about Brazil, shooting all 5 different regions. So my connection with Missouri and St. Louis, has been evolving over the years.
And very strong.
Yeah.
So why the chamber?
Well, for me, the chamber is like a combination of a lot of previous chapters of my life. When I look at my profession and my career, I've been in politics, and to be in a chamber, you have to be a representative of the Hispanic Latino community. I've been in business. I worked for large organizations before, so I do understand the motivation that large companies have. Also, I have the time and experience working with small businesses. I have run my own businesses before, so that's a really wonderful opportunity to understand what I call the pain points of running a business. It is not easy, right? And in order to grow business, you need to learn about how to overcome a lot of issues. So the chamber for me, it's a really interesting place to be helpful to the community, but also to advance innovation. We have to do something different in every community, and it is not different in St. Louis.
So you're taking the chamber into a new direction. How has the mission and the vision of the chamber changed since you arrived?
Well, I am acknowledging all the good work that has been done over the last 40 years, but now I think it's time to not only do economic development, but also do community development.
Okay.
For me, economic development, it's about attraction of investment, of talent, of companies to the city and to the region. But also we have to do community work, because if we do that, we're gonna also do retention. And I understand that we have a retention challenge issue happening right here, right now, and the chamber can be truly impactful in doing that.
So Eduardo, how are the numbers looking as far as Latina entrepreneurs and maybe even foreign born that you
Yeah.
may want to attract as members of the chamber? Are we growing? Are we stagnant? Or are we losing people to other cities?
As a chamber, we are growing. As a chamber, we have around 400 to 500, maybe 550 members joining the chamber and staying on the chamber. As a region, we have 150,000 Hispanic and Latinos. But you know, we are being undercounted. That's a critical issue we face as a region. And for me, it has been pretty challenging to understand where can I find data, right? Data, it's like is the new commodity, is the new gold. And for me, we do need to be a data-driven chamber in order to understand our critical issues and move forward. We have a gentleman called Nelson Duval that's part of our board, and he's done an incredible work collecting data and sharing a lot of information. And for me, the future of St. Louis is connected to the future of the Hispanic and Latino community.
And the foreign-born community that's coming in too, right? Which,
Yeah.
like Afghans and Ukrainian refugees and so forth.
I think you make a great point because for me, a collaboration and partnership between foreign-born and native-born is critical for the future of St. Louis. Just look at the numbers. It's how hard to find a good employee, to find somebody who can work for your company, your small business. And we do need to attract talent. And I see a lot of my Asian American friends, and I see the Afghan community now that is putting together an Afghan Chamber of Commerce. I see the newcomers that really look at St. Louis and they want to be impactful. They want to shape the reality here, but they have to work together.
Eduardo, we're going to continue talking about the future of the chamber when we come back from this break on En Breve, right here on STL TV.
Na 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 na, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Visitors and residents love the St. Louis Zoo because it's free. There's a train, a carousel, opportunities to make new friends, and plenty of fun learning experiences with the animals 363 days a year. So come and experience St. Louis.
Welcome back to En Breve. I am here with Edùardo Platon, the president of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Metropolitan St. Louis. Eduardo, we were talking about the coalitions that you're building here in St. Louis. Could you give us some examples of the organizations that you are already working to in collaboration?
Yes, the Hispanic and Latinx Coalition, it's a vision to really build strong, solid relationships so we can advance an agenda for the region. I think as Hispanics and Latinos, we have to work together. And some names would include, of course, the Cortex District, that it's so involved. We have a lot of good leaders there. We also have the St. Louis Mosaic STL project that is also involved. We have also people part of the BioSTL organization, the Danforth Plant Science, so a lot of organizations that really want to be part of that.
So you are expanding continuously ever since you took the lead to become the leader of the chamber. I see you everywhere. Social media, I don't know how do you rest, but what are the plans for that expansion? What are you doing? What are the services that you are providing to your members and to the community in general?
The chamber is going to keep doing what we do well. And one of these things is the HLI program, our leadership development program. We've been doing this for 11 years, and we've been very successful. We're going to keep doing our Hispanic Work Women event. We're going to keep doing the Business After Hours event. So we have a lot of good things that we do well as a chamber, but we also have the opportunity to add value to our membership base and also add value to the region. So we are starting new programs such as the Soft Landing. Soft Landing, it's a digital program that the chamber is doing that is completely done remotely. And it's incredible to notice that in the first edition, we got 85 companies
85.
to join from Latin America. So that is a really smart way to get the word out there that Missouri and the city of St. Louis, as the city of choice, it's a great environment for business.
So in the soft landing program that you're doing, and you said that you recruited 85 companies, can you elaborate, can you tell me more about how the program it's working for the community or it's working for the entrepreneur?
Yeah, I think we have 7 different workshops, webinars, and people, they sign up online to get information. And then the first one was about the city of St. Louis, what it means to live in St. Louis, what is the size of St. Louis, what is the economy in St. Louis look like, how people can enjoy themselves here, how they can bring their families here. Second is about visas for employees and employers. Third is about how can you have access to like business resources. So it's a lot of information that's going to help you to make a decision before you are here. And that's, for me, that is exactly what we need to do in order to have more economic development in the region.
Now, I know that you also are working with the next generation, like preparing high schoolers and young adults to become entrepreneurs. Can you explain?
Yeah, that's another new thing that we are doing as a chamber. We have our HLI program that we have done for 11 years. We have HLI with high school students, but now we are planning to launch the HLI college. And that is a really good way to keep the pipeline of new leaders. And for me, that is critical. If we really want to grow the chamber and grow St. Louis as a region, we have to develop new leaders. So we are doing our share. It's like very important to build a new generation of members, but also it's very important to build a new generation of leaders and citizens in the city.
So is there a high demand of businesses, of requests for Latin business or Latino business to be a part of the fabric of what makes the business community here in St. Louis?
Absolutely. We have the DEI efforts, diversity, equity, and inclusion. The chamber lives that mission on a daily basis. So we are becoming almost like a magnet. We don't have enough Latinos and Hispanics in boardrooms in St. Louis, right? We need to improve that. We don't have a lot of political representation. We need to improve that. And we do that if we get a new generation of leaders serving the community.
And that's why you're working so hard to not just focus on the entrepreneur, but also in developing community.
Yeah, I think community, it's critical for the well-being of any major city. Just look what is happening in like Chicago and London and Sao Paulo and Buenos Aires. I mean, community building, it's critical. If we build strong, solid communities, we do a lot of talent attraction, but also a lot of talent retention. So I think that a lot of businesses nowadays, they understand that community, it's a very important piece for that.
So Eduardo, what are the needs that you see that the chamber can then feel that need and their members can feel that need right here in our community?
Yeah, I think that we have to change the storytelling of St. Louis, right? And the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is doing its fair share of work on that. And I see a lot of cities telling bad stories about themselves. I think we need to find a better balance between good and bad stories. Of course, if we are part of a metro area, we're going to face the hardship and the challenges of handling civic life with millions of people. But we do have to start sharing all the good work that we do as a region. So the chamber is putting a lot of positive information out there. We are sharing the stories of successful members, how they started small, how they're growing their business, how they're hiring more people, how they're paying better salaries, how they are doing a lot of workforce development, how they are participating in the chamber's annual fair. So we provide these resources so they can truly grow and tell our community that there are good things happening here as well.
No, I don't want you to be favoritist over here, but do you have an example of one of those success stories that you can say, like, Wow, I've seen this business grow.
Yeah. De mi madre aprendí.
De mi madre aprendí.
You know,
She's a good friend.
She's a good friend, and she's growing, and her company is getting a lot of business leads. And she told me, Eduardo, you know, the Hispanic Chamber has been fundamental for the growth of my company, because as a chamber, we are what I call a high connectivity space. So we are connecting her business to so many different stakeholders, and that's the way that she's growing pretty fast.
So if I have a business idea and I want to be a part of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, what do I need to do?
Well, we have a great business counselor, Maria de Gregorio. Maria can really be helpful. You can send us an email. You can connect with us in our website, hccstl.com. And that's a great way to have access to everything that we do. Not only if you're starting a business, maybe you already have a business and you want to take your business to the next level, or maybe you're lacking some information about financial literacy, connect with the chamber, and the chamber is going to help you connect with a lot of different banks and financial organizations in the city. So we have access to a lot of resources, and we can share that with you.
So the primary focus is the Latino, but the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is all-inclusive?
Yes, we work with Latinos and non-Latinos, Hispanics and non-Hispanics. Estamos trabajando con todos.
Okay.
We work with everybody because we believe that Hispanics and Latinos, we are part of the greater community. So we have to, of course, take care of the needs of the business community that we represent, but also we have to make the city a better city for everybody.
So Eduardo, thank you so much for being on En Breve today, and great luck as you continue to sail ahead with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Metropolitan St. Louis. So once again, if we want to get in contact with you, we go to the hccstl.com website, and over there we can find the contact information for Eduardo and the team at the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Con eso, los dejo. Hasta la próxima. Se despide Gilberto Pinela. Muchas gracias y quédense aquí en STL TV.